Haha, I've only got 2 darts. You ready for this one, guys? Target K-Flex versus the Condor Axe. Let's pick a winner. Here we go. Alrighty guys, we have a great video for you today. I think a lot of you out there are really going to enjoy this one, and hopefully you find it interesting as well. But as you see, right above my head here, we have a versus video. So going head to head in today's video, we have the brand new, newly released Target K-Flex molded flight system. They're going up against the tried and tested Condor Axe molded flight system. So what we're going to do in the next clip, we're going to compare the two back and forth. I'll show you a close-up of each. We'll go over some stats and dimensions, talk about price, talk about the different sizes and colors they come in. After that, we'll get them on the board. We'll see how they perform. And at the end of the video, I'm going to give you my personal opinion on which molded flight system that I prefer the most. However, before we get into all of that, I have to give you an important PSA, public service announcement. And from there, we'll roll into the rest of the video. So hold on a second. Okay, PSA time, or the more you know with Worldwide Darts. Now, a lot of you out there have heard me mention this before in many of my other videos. However, I thought it was important enough to bring up right in the beginning of this video, because for those dart players out there that are considering purchasing the Target K-Flex or the Condor Axe, or these two specifically, and I mention specifically because the flights on either system, it's incredibly rigid. So what you want to know before making a purchase is if the front of your darts look like this. Now you see where that arrow is pointing? It's pointing to the lip where the point meets the barrel. Now that lip is going to cause you some troubles with flights that are this rigid. So basically, do not, and I repeat, do not purchase either of these systems if your darts has that lip on the front of them, because you're going to experience the most horrific deflections you've ever seen in your life. And on top of that, neither of these systems is really all that affordable. They're both pretty expensive. So that lip is also going to cause terrible damage to the back ends of your flights. Easy way to rectify that, though, have a look at this picture. So what that is, it's the same barrel with a specialty point on the front. Now that specialty point has a flange, and you see it eliminates the lip where the point meets the barrel. Now your darts are going to glide right past one another. There's going to be hardly any wild deflections. And on top of that, a single set of flights, either of these systems, can last upwards of a year, possibly more. It makes that much of a difference, day and night difference. And I wouldn't bother to take the time here to tell you about it if I didn't think it was that important. So take that into consideration before purchasing these two sets specifically. Again, just because they're so rigid, or really that goes for any molded flight system that's usually quite expensive. So with that being said, let's get into the other part of the video. We'll do some comparisons. I'll give you a rundown of everything, and then we'll get them on the board. And then I'm going to pick a winner. Ready? Here we go. Okay, to start this comparison off, I want to talk about the price. I want to compare the sizes available as well as the colors available. Well, we're going to start over here on the right with a Target K-Flex. I purchased these 3 sets at Double Top Darts in the UK. They set me back about 5.5 pounds or $6.50 US. Now, I added in that discount code, and feel free to use that for yourself. That's going to save you 5%. Now it brought the price down to slightly, ever so slightly north of $6 US. So for a company like Target to offer molded flights for right around $6 US, I think that's a heck of a deal. Now over here on the left, we have the Condor Axe. If you go over to places like Darts Corner, or if you look at AZ Darts here in the United States, these things are going to set you back right around $20 US. So incredibly expensive. And are the Condor Axe 3 times better than the Target K-Flex? Yeah, absolutely not. However, the Condor Axe does cost over 3 times as much as the Target K-Flex. So the big win out of the gate goes to the Target K-Flex at only right around $6 US. Now, as far as the sizes available, each of these are available in 3 different lengths. The Target K-Flex available in short, intermediate, medium. The Condor's available in short, medium, and long. However, both of those just have different names. They're all the same length, so I wouldn't worry about that. So in that case, lengths available, that's a tie. Now, looking at the Condors, though, They do come in 3 different shapes, whereas the targets only come in the one shape. The Condors have standard, small standard, as well as slims. And the colors available on the Condors, I don't even know. It's probably got to be in the hundreds. So the Target K-Flex, we only have white, black, and clear right there in the case. So yeah, there's only 3 colors for now. I can only assume in the future, if this takes off, there's going to be more colors available. But as of right now, that win goes to the Condors. As far as variety goes, yeah, 3 different shapes and a million different colors. So yeah, win goes to the Condor. So pretty much 1-to-1 at this point. But let's get a little closer look, and I'll show you the features of each flight. Okay, guys, so for this part of the comparison, I wanted to keep things just as close as I possibly could in order to give them like a fair shout out. But on the left here, we have the Condor Axe. This is a small standard. I think it's a pro player flight. Not sure who. That's not D'Souza, but someone else. But anyway, this is a medium length, and it's a small standard flight, which the medium length happens to be identical to the Target Intermediate. Now, looking at the flight size, man, that's pretty close, isn't it? I mean, I can barely tell a difference. I think the flight size is almost identical. The only difference here, looking at the top, the target here on the right, little ever so slightly thicker. So yeah, that's about the only difference. We got this little round nub on the targets where the Condors don't have them. And these are used, by the way. I've been using these for months, but you might see a little ding on there. But yeah, targets slightly more thicker. Now, as far as the feel goes, you guys know the Condor Axe, really rigid, right? They snap right back into place. Well, same identical thing for the Target. They even sound the same, don't they? Snap right back into place. So as far as the flight part of the system goes, almost identical. I really can't tell a difference between the rigidness of each one. I would say they are about 98% identical as far as how they feel, how they sound. The only real difference is the stem part of the system. Obviously, the Target K-Flex has a little tiny bit more flex in the stem. However, I mean, the Condors flex as well, just not quite as much. So yeah, there is a little bit more flex in the stem part of the system. But otherwise, guys, these are just about as identical as it gets. So I guess I don't really know what else to say about flights, but we can check the weight while we're here, right? I've never weighed these, so I really have no idea. We're about to find out, though. So the Condor Axe weighs in at, let me see if that's on there, weighs in at 1.49 grams. The Target K-Flex, all right, so tiny bit lighter at 1.41. So yeah, that's about it for the comparison part of the video. I mean, I can't really pick a winner. They're pretty much, as far as I can see, just about identical. And again, is the Condor Axe 3 times better than this? Yeah, so far, no way, right? But the big thing is, how do they perform? So let's get these things on the board. I'm going to throw each one, and I'm going to let you know how they perform, see if I notice any difference at all. And then at the end here, we'll give these things, or we'll pick a winner. Aha. So I'm going to try to make this quick. We're just going to have a few throws. I know I can ramble on at times, but yeah, we're just going to make this pretty quick. After all, it's a set of flights. There's not a lot to talk about, but I do want to mention just a couple things here. So I switched the colors just to keep make it easier to keep track of which is which. On my left, and I'll put a picture up over here, we've got the Condor Axe Neon Orange Small Standard, and they're attached to my current match darts, 19-gram copper tungsten darts from Darts Clearance. Obviously the white ones, and there should be a picture up over there. The white ones are the Target K-Flex. These are attached to my old match darts that some of you are going to remember, the customized 180 reloads, both 19 grams. So, hey, it's as close as I can make this comparison. But yeah, just a few throws. My hands are sweating. I don't know if that's going to make a difference. But a lot of you know, or people that have been following this channel for quite a while, will know that I've promoted the Condors very positively for like the last couple of years, right? At least I've been using them I've been using them on my match darts off and on for those couple of years. So yeah, I've got a couple of years experience using these. The targets, I only been using for a couple days. However, in that couple days, I think I can come to the conclusion of how similar they work. That one just went a little bit high. Yeah, in those couple days, I can tell how similar they are, or at least be able to compare them to the Condors. So the big thing I want to mention, hey, 140, what's that? 140. So the big thing with the Target K-Flex is, you know how they advertise the flexiness? And you saw in the last clip where I physically, with my hands, made it flex a little bit. In actual gameplay, I don't think an incoming dart can generate enough force to move these things at all. They're not flexy like that. So don't think they're gonna flex out of the way. Like for example, you guys remember the Condor Zero Stress? Like they feel like rubber and they bend and flex out of the way. The Targets are nothing like that. I mean, at the end of the day, these things are pretty rigid. I mean, very similar to the Condors. So, yeah, I'm not really sure why they advertise the flexy part, because yeah, it just doesn't really flex. So just so you know that, yeah, they're not moving. But long story short, as far as actual performance goes, what I've seen over the last couple days, man, I'm not noticing any difference at all between the two, believe it or not. And you guys know I've said that the Condors get to the board quicker than any other flight that I've ever used. Well, the same holds true for the new Targets. I mean, it's identical. They also get to the board really quick. And the sound that made when they collided, the Targets make the same sound. We'll throw a few more up there. Oops. Whoops, where's that? My hands are sticky and sweaty tonight. Let me try throwing the white ones first. But yeah, actual performance, guys, I'm not noticing really any difference. Yeah, those also get to the board really quick. Hey, I think that's a third dart saber. Little deflection there with the one. Yeah, that was a third dart. Yeah, we'll do one more, but end of the day, guys, no difference. I mean, if I had to honestly compare the two, I would say that the Target K-Flex is about 98% identical to the Condors. So, and I know a lot of you out there have been using, oh, there we go. I know a lot of you out there have been using the Targets for the last couple of weeks. Comment down below. Give me your feedback, because I'd be curious to see what you guys have to say and how they compare, or how you think they compare to the Condors, but I'm not seeing a whole load of difference. I think, hey, there's 3 in the treble 20 up there. So we're going to wrap it up there. I'm sweating. I want to get out of here. I don't want the video to drag on too long, but that's my conclusion. And now we're going to go into the last clip. We're going to wrap this thing up, and I'm going to pick a winner. 1, 2, 3. Okay, guys, now comes the time of the video where I have to pick a winner. Who are you putting your money on? Which set do you think I'm going to pick? Is it going to be the Condor Axe, or is it going to be the newly released Target K-Flex? What are you thinking here? Well, I got to be honest. I've been sticking with Condor. I've been using them for the last couple of years. I speak highly about them. Really love these things. So in this video, I'm going to have to go with the new Target K-Flex. So what do you think about that? And to be honest, guys, I don't even think it's close. Like I said in the last clip, there is hardly any difference in performance between the two. So when you factor in that plus the cost, I mean, you can buy 3 sets of these compared to 1 set of the Condors. That's where it really hurt them. I mean, $20 for a set of Condors. They're going to have to come down in price, I think. I don't know really what the solution is there, but the K-Flex, it's an amazing system. If I had to guess, if I had to put a number out there, I would say these are 98% identical or similar to the Condors. As far as performance goes, 100%. I couldn't tell the difference. So yeah, the clear-cut winner by a mile. It's not even close. the Target K-Flex wins this video. And I can only assume in the future, since these are brand new, they're going to come out with some new colors. They'll probably have a few different shapes. Again, I'm only guessing there, but it makes logical sense, right? But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed the video. Thumbs up if you did. Again, comment down below. I really want to read what you guys have to say, but that's it for the video. Target K-Flex for the win. We'll see you on the next video, guys. Later.